What's up guys, I'm back with another video. So we just finished shooting the luggage setup video. Right now we are on to the modifications of my bike. So this is a highly requested video from you guys, and because if you guys see the last modification video which I made before, like 2 years ago, there was nothing really modified on my bike, but I still made a video on that. Let's begin. Okay, first I'm going to be talking about the important modification of my bike, which is the crash guard. So this crash guard is from AutoEngina. Everyone's very familiar with this one, and I was also one of the early ones to have received the crash guards. These are so cool, so strong, built for crashes. Exactly, crash guards are meant to be crashed. The only thing that you have to save and worry about is your bike. I've been using it for 2 years, and I kid you not, I haven't had any issues, but I've had a couple of crashes where I've dropped the bike, nothing happened, you see. So this was the only impact from that crash, but apart from that, nothing. Everything else was taken care of, the crash guards, and these are bloody strong. Such a nice texture. It's a textured powder coating. Once I met with an accident where I hit a Splendor. He just jumped onto the road out of nowhere. I was on 70 km/h. The impact was on my top frame, that is this panel where the trail pack is holding on to. This actually also had an impact. Anything could have happened, but crash guard took the hit. The impact was over here. The whole thing actually came up to here. Nothing happened to the chassis or any of the mounting bolts, nothing. All that happened was this thing was quite bent, and it was stressed over this part where this kind of became like a triangle, and that was the only thing. I just had to replace the right side of the crash guard, and that was fixed. I didn't even have to replace the bolts, because I'm just gonna show it to you guys while I sit on it. So this is where I sit. Okay, so there are some of the crash guards in the market which actually goes up till here, and there's a slider over here which is really uncomfortable. It's like you're sitting in a confined space where you are restricted on your movements. That is a really bad thing, where especially when you're touring for a very long time. So it would have been better if there was something over here. I could keep like this, but then it's not gonna grip onto it. It's gonna slip off very easily. If there was something that was holding my feet there, or a place where I could rest my feet there, then that would have been very nice. It's got a nice slider as well, which adds a little character to it as well. It's really good. I have absolutely no complaints. Even though if I think of any negatives, I don't really have anything. Many of you have bought AutoEngina crash guard from my videos and suggestions and everything, so really thank you for that. Moving on to the next modification, right over here we have the master cylinder guard. This is from AutoEngina as well, which is almost the same kind of material of the crash guard. Nothing to complain about that as well. Coming on to the rear part of the bike, we have a tail rack, which is from AutoEngina again. This is mounted on by 3 clamps and Allen key bolts, and this is where the top box goes. This is a reinforcement to avoid that up and down motion when you have the top box on. So that's a very nice touch, and it gives a really good look to the motorcycle as well, and I really love that. It's really cool. We have the saddle stay from Royal Enfield, which is again amazing, nothing to complain. So in order to mount the panniers from AutoEngina, you guys need the Royal Enfield OEM pannier stay is what they call. So you guys need this in order to mount the panniers. So this again is like a very sturdy product. Thus I have no complaints about this, except for having the panniers on, you're gonna lose some paint, which is quite natural. My next major modification is the exhaust. Now this is the PowerRage Exhaust, which I got for somewhere around 7.2, 6.5, I don't remember, somewhere around 7k, and I goddamn freaking love it. It's flipping cool this thing is. I haven't ridden it with the DB killer ever. The moment I installed it, I was like, take it off, I don't want the DB killer. Right after the installation of the exhaust, it's quite interesting to ride the bike. It's not boring anymore on the highways, especially. There's a feel to it. It can get a bit loud when it's really hot, but other than that, I really love it. I ship that thing, man. This is one of my favorite modifications on my bike. And to pair that, I've got a K&N filter. that is around 6.5 or 7k. I'm not really sure about the prices. I'll just list it down in the description box below. You guys can check it out and the place where I got it from. Here I've removed the rubber pedals. Like, it's easily removable, just remove that because I don't need that. I've had an incident where I had actually slipped from that and actually hit my balls on the tank, so let's not talk about that. So that's the moment I decided to remove it and take it off. The very next day, the first thing that I do after waking up is fucking take that off. My balls actually hurt that day. And the next modification is I've got the Rolon Sprocket Kit. The stock size, no changes onto that, but I've just got the Rolon. I don't feel any kind of difference between the stock and the Rolon, so I would just suggest you to get the stock one. It's much better. And I haven't done any modification on the seat department because I haven't felt the need for it, but I might do it in some time. Okay, so the next modification that I recently got was the handlebar. This is something special for me because it is so good, and health wise actually. I used to have lots of back pain, neck pain and everything after a very long ride, but right now it's been so good. I'll just show you guys. I'm just gonna stand on the bike. Just look at my stance. Like, it's so upright. I don't have to bend down. Even if I'm going trail riding, I can just stand like this and it's perfect. Before it used to be like this. This is the best thing in the motorcycle right now. Yeah, this is one of my favorite modifications on the bike. And to pair with that, I've got the double take adventure mirrors. This was actually given to me by Zoheb for testing, and it's been quite a few months since I've been doing the testing, and I'll have to return it very soon. The problem is that I've actually not ridden with this very much, since I got it. I met with the accident, like I said, with the crash card, and I didn't really ride Nora for quite some time. And this is really good though. Like, there's nothing to complain about that. But thanks to Zoheb for giving me these adventure mirrors. A special thanks for the handlebar as well. Mad product. 80% or 90% of my neck pain has been gone during riding, obviously. The next modification that I have done is these mobile holders. I used to have a wireless mobile holder, but this is now a USB charger, since I don't use an iPhone on these mobile holders. So I've shifted to USB mobile holder. So that's that. And this is an action cam mount from Bobo itself, and that does wonders as well. Nothing to talk about that. And coming over to the next one, these are some cheap replicas of Acebus, which I've been using since years. Yeah, I have no complaints about it. They do their job, so nothing wrong with it. And I'll probably change that very soon to Buckbusters. I don't really see the point of changing it to Buckbusters, but I mean, like, why not? It's very debatable if I'm gonna change it or not. They're absolutely okay for me. I don't have to get the Buckbuster. So, and coming on to the next one, we have the fog lamps. I got it from Throttle It Out. It's a store in Mumbai. All the links and contact or whatever it is of these products are available in the description box below, so please go check it out. And this is a wonderful product as well. This is the headlight guard from ViaTerra. This is an acrylic plate that sits right in front of the headlight, which actually protects from lots of gunk, dust, everything. So that's a very nice product. This is a rubber, so it easily comes out and you can clean it and put it back on. Okay, so along with the handlebar, actually had put these nylon cap. So this nylon cap is from ArtOfMotorcycles. 2 years into it, no problems at all. The whole front kind of cockpit area is my favorite part of the bike. It's really lovely. I haven't done any modifications in terms of engine or whatever it is. The only thing that I've changed is put on a performance air filter, that is K&N air filter. And recently I got these new tires, which are Maxxis Maxplore. Lovely ones they are. Yet to try it on wet grip and wet roads. I really love the patterns of these. Yeah, I think that's it for the modifications on my bike. There's nothing else that I've done. All these are like pretty much enough. Oh yeah, the final piece of the modification, the final part is that this side stand shoe from ViaTerra, really helpful. It will hold on at places and it won't sink your motorcycle into the mud. So this is very nice. That's a very nice touch. I think that's it for the modifications of my bike. I think I covered every one of them. Not sure if I've missed anything. Again, this is not much if you compare to some Himalayans, but these are comfortable for me and I don't need anything else for my kind of touring and my kind of riding style. I think this is kind of enough for me. I've got everything in terms of performance wise. The one thing that I would like to get is a PowerTonic Fuel X Pro, which would fetch me a bit more power. If it's not there, then it works. If it's there, then it works. So I'm kind of fine with it. It's been quite a long day of recording. We thought we'll finish it off, both the videos today. And thanks to Shoaib for just staying for so long and shooting the video. Yep, I think that's it for the video. You guys know the drill. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.